I'm Ewan from the Print Quality Specialist. I've been working on Zebra printers for almost 10 years now, and today we're going to take you through a service of this Zebra ZT411 label printer. In this video we're going to cover the importance of getting your Zebra label printer serviced, our step-by-step process to complete the service, the adjustments, the checks and the cleaning processes that we go through. And finally, we're also going to cover what's going to happen if you don't get your Zebra label printer serviced. So stick around to find out.
So the first job of the day is to give the printer a quick visual inspection, just around the outside and the inside. We'll just check that none of the plastic bits like the toggle bar or the ribbon take-up spindle or the media hanger are actually physically damaged and they're in good working order. The next thing we do is get the operator to print a label out on the machine. Just as a reference point, it lets us know what the quality was like before we started working on the printer. We then print the current settings. This is the point where we'd normally upgrade the firmware. However, on this particular printer, they're running a custom version of firmware, so we're not going to touch that. It's important to get these printers serviced regularly as there are a number of wearable components that need to be kept in check. If you don't, you will suffer from print quality issues, drive issues, or even sensor issues that throw up annoying error messages. With a service, we're able to recommend replacement parts and catch them before they become a major problem. The next thing we're going to do is actually clean the printer. What this is going to entail is just us cleaning the paper path first, so we're going to be looking at the sensor areas. We just want to clear any adhesive residue, any stuck labels from the paper path, because that will cause more labels to get stuck to it as they get thrown through. It can also cause sensing issues, especially with it being up on the up and lower sensor, which is where we're actually going to focus most of our efforts in just cleaning this. So we want to get that all nice and clean, all nice and clear, ready for another year. For the final part of the cleaning, I'm actually going to have to clean the platter roller, the print head, and the back of the tear bar. Now to do this, I'm actually going to remove the platter roller, because that's the easiest way of cleaning it on these printers. It's nice and user removable, so a little tab, little pull, comes straight out. And then I also like to actually remove the bottom plastic cover and unscrew the tear bar to clean the back of the tear bar, because you can get labels stuck on the back of it. Some labels can be quite nasty, the adhesive can be quite rough, tough to remove. When you can actually unscrew the tear bar, take it off, spray it with some label remover or IPA, and then just absolutely go to town on it. It makes it 10 times easier, 10 times quicker. So that's what I'm going ahead with right now. So we're coming up to the last few items on the service. The next part is to actually remove the electronics cover, because we want to get a good look at the gears and the drive belt inside the electronics cover, and just make sure that there's no excessive wear and they don't need replacing. So what I'm doing right now is I'm just whipping the 3 side screws off. We've got to turn the print around, there's one more screw towards the top to get the cover off, and then it's just a case of just pushing it up and outwards. Like so. It's a little bit stiff, this one, so struggled a bit, but there we go. And now we can see we've got a good look at the drive belt, and this one actually does need replacing because it is starting to fray, so it's a good job that we perform this check and we do this for every single machine.
So for the last couple of tests, we're just going to load some paper. I'm going to test and just make sure we've got no dead elements on the print head using the pause test. And I'm going to calibrate the paper as well, calibrate the sensors. Let's just get this nice and loaded. And then we're going to hold the pause, power. I'm basically going to wait for it to start printing. Okay, so basically the pressure's just a bit high, which is why it's making a horrible noise. But all we need this for essentially is just to see that there's no white lines running through the print. You can see that's all okay, even though it's not the perfect one. It's just obviously the paper is doing this. So if I just cancel the jobs, so that's all okay. The next thing we need to do is just run the calibration. So to run the calibration, I'm going to hold the pause and cancel key for 2 seconds. Going to initiate the calibration procedure, and then what I essentially need to do for direct thermal is because we've got no ribbon, normally you'd have to remove the ribbon in thermal transfer mode, is just peel a couple of labels off. We're going to feed them back right so it's under the green light at the back where the sensor is. And we're going to close the lid. I'm going to press the pause key. Didn't feel like it that time, so I press it again. Now the calibration's complete. So the last part, we just want to pull the paper forward and press pause again. It's going to feed out a few labels. There we go, fantastic. And we can actually see, if I go to the settings, I can print the sensor profile under sensors. Print sensor profile. And you can just see that that peak and trough there. So you can see that's nice. That's over the line at the end. That's the web sensor line. So it's over, the peak's well over the web sensor line, which is fantastic. It's under the outline. So good to go. Lovely jubbly. And last but not least, let's just give it one more test from the customer's application. There we go, fantastic. All sorted and ready to go.
So if you don't properly look after these printers, you can actually run into a host of issues. Like I said, the main one with these is the drive belt. So the drive belt wears over time. We've had it many times with these printers where the drive belt, the teeth detaches from the drive belt. You either get skipping labels, you get random media out errors, or you just get complete breakdowns, so you just won't be able to use the printer. The motor will spin, it will not drive the roller. You can also get quite a lot of print quality issues. Some can be user related, for example incorrect toggle settings, incorrect pressure settings, incorrect darkness settings, but a lot of the times it's normally the just label gunk and residue that's built up either on the printhead or the paper path is taken with the labels, and then obviously it doesn't get a very good heat and pressure transfer onto the stock, which causes you poor print quality. So yeah, but other than that, thanks for watching this video. If you'd like to book a service in the UK, details to our website down below, please get in touch. Thank you for watching.